I like the sound of the sea. The sound of the waves helps me to forget. It washes me clean of the memories. It started one day late last year. Not one of us had a clue what was about to happen. We were out on a routine patrol, not expecting any trouble. All of a sudden, the enemy opened up on us. Totally caught us off guard. Well, we managed to fight them off okay. Then all of a sudden, I hear the telltale squeaking of enemy armor. I tell you, it sent a damn shiver right up my spine. Next thing I know, this damn BMP was barreling right down on top of us. It pointed the cannon right at me, so close I could smell the diesel. My life flashed before my eyes. I must have been about 1 millisecond away from death when the thing went up in flames thanks to one of the boys. I was shook bad. After we got back, me and the boys decided to take a trip uptown to get it off our minds. Drinking in civilian houses was forbidden, but I just needed to forget about the war, forget about what had just happened, and forget about me. That wasn't going to happen drinking on the base. So me and the fellows were putting a few away, when up walks this lady. She asked me if I would dance with her. Well, I didn't want to look soft in front of the boys. They probably would have laughed at me. But I couldn't help myself. I got up and found myself walking over to her. Then she starts to dance. She dances this crazy, nutty dance. I didn't like it, but I couldn't help it. I started to do the dance too. Next thing, the other boys were doing it, and everyone was doing it. Well, that was how it started. How it ended was a different story. Back on base, I couldn't stop thinking about her and her crazy dance. I would wake up in the middle of the night with the burning urge to go and dance. I was embarrassed. Last thing I wanted was for someone to see me dancing like that on my own. They would probably think I had gone around the bend. Nonetheless, I would find myself sneaking out in the night, finding a solitary place to dance by myself. Then, one moonlit night, I saw Freddy. He was out doing the same thing. That was when I realized it wasn't just me. That was when I realized we had a problem on our hands bigger than both of us. At that time, it didn't affect my ability to be an effective soldier, an effective and efficient fighting machine. Soon though, it did. And it wasn't just me, it had started to spread. The word was out, something was up, something big, something no one could contain. The colonel soon got word about what was going on, and he was mighty pissed. To him, his soldiers were part of a machine of which he was at the controls, and every piece of that machine was expected to operate as designed, or there would be hell to pay. The colonel wrote up orders reminding us all of the ban on visiting and drinking with the local population, and especially houses where Russian soldiers also visited. Fraternizing with the enemy, he called it, and put a warning out that any soldiers caught doing so would be shot.
Soldiers of the United States Marine Corps, why are you here? You are here to drive these Russian scumbags out of this country. And you are here to add as many notches to your belt as you can while you do this. You are not here to disobey orders by drinking in civilian bars. And you are certainly not here to dance with civilians or while in operations. Let it be known, this deviant behavior will stop from this day forward. And any soldier caught dancing on the base or during operations will be shot. Do I make myself clear?
One day, we were out on a patrol. The colonel had come with us. We happened to pass by our favorite little hangout. Well, I started to feel the urge come on as soon as we passed by that place. I was damn scared. Last thing I wanted was the big man to see me dancing, but try as I might, I could not stop the urge to do it. It was infectious. As soon as I started dancing, all the others, with the exception of the colonel, did the same. That was it. We were done for. All four of us were placed under arrest and sentenced by the colonel to be shot the next day. It was hardly legal, but he ran this war and did as he liked. The next morning dawned. None of us had slept a wink all night. With sweaty palms and a quivering lip, I was led out to the wall. I was to be first. 5 soldiers lined their rifles up at me. 5 men who I knew and liked. 5 men who until the day before had all been good friends of mine. The colonel watched my pain with growing satisfaction. "Any last words?" he generously asked me. "Yes," I said. Just then, as I was about to say how much I loved my mama back home, and what an honor it had been to share so much with all the soldiers here, the urge came upon me again. Once again I was powerless to stop it. Once again it took me over and was infectious to all those around me. As soon as the colonel saw what was happening, he ordered the squad to open fire on me, but it was too late. They were out of control as well. The colonel's furious cries fell on deaf ears. It was spreading throughout the whole camp. Soldiers all over the place were no longer in control of their bodies. It seemed whenever anyone tried to aim a gun, it would start and would not let up for many minutes. It was making a laughing stock of the US Marine Corps. But it wasn't just us. Over in the Russian section, the same thing was happening. Once hard men who barely hesitated to kill a civilian for being slightly disobedient found that all they could do was dance. As soon as the thought of performing some violent deed crossed their mind, their body would start to spasm uncontrollably. It looked like it was over. The war was over. The few who remained immune were being evacuated before it was too late. They went back home and never returned. Well, we are still here. Us, the Russians, and the civilians. Old grudges remain. Old wounds are still open. But we don't fight, we can't. So we just live here, in this same country, all bound by this strange affliction. At least we're alive. At least we can still dance.